Welcome everybody to Auto Club Speedway for the Thin Blue Line USA Original Rebels Racing League All-Star Race here at Auto Club Speedway. My name's Josh Hall. I'm joined tonight by Eddie Morris. Eddie, how you doing tonight?
Good, brother. How about yourself?
Man, I can't complain. We just got done recording the podcast and gonna watch some exciting racing here, plus Joe Wright, and it should be a good time.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. I ran the open race yesterday with these fellers, and man, this track is brutal. It's definitely brutal. So it's gonna be a good race tonight. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I run with these guys on Friday nights in the Xfinity Series race, and about 20 minutes before I was going to log in, my internet crapped the bed. So unfortunately, I
Oh,
wasn't able to try to race myself in. Fortunately, I did have a provisional to get into the race, but because we couldn't get an announcer, I am here calling the race, which is fine. I'd rather be up in the booth anyways, because these guys put on a good show and I enjoy watching them. So we got about two
yeah.
minutes left in practice. And yeah, you said you were running the open race. What did you feel out there with the trucks and the track here?
Oh man, the tires. They're definitely. You're either gonna live by them or you're gonna die by them for sure. And hopefully you can save enough while still being fast enough to keep your truck up front. And if not, I don't know if strategy will play a difference here, but I don't know. It was tough last night for sure.
Yeah, it's always it's fun to watch anybody race at Auto Club. Auto Club being the sister track to Michigan, it's not quite as banked as Michigan is, but definitely wide enough to allow for two, three, four wide racing. And even though that you say the tires are a little slick, I'm sure we'll see a little bit of that tonight as well. So I'm not going to talk about any points or anything like that tonight, just because we do have the, uh, this is the All Star race. We do want to mention last week's winners though. Zach Wettstein dominating the series again with his fourth win of the season last week at Dover. Jeff Paisley and Aaron Adcock. And if you didn't watch last week's race, go ahead and watch it. The last couple laps were exciting. Aaron Adcock gave it all he got, and it was a great race. So definitely want to check that one out if you have not. And don't forget to support their sponsor, the Thin Blue Line USA. Go to thinbluelineusa.com and you can enter the code. I had a little computer hiccup earlier, so I apologize I didn't have this on the screen earlier. But you can enter the code Original Rebel TBL for 20% off at checkout, and I will get that up on the screen for you in just a moment. There it is. So don't forget to check
Shoot,
out.
yeah.
There you go. Don't forget to check out the Thin Blue Line USA. Support your local law enforcement, as we're gonna get
Use
some.
that promo code and get you some money saved there too.
Absolutely. Don't forget to check out Thin Blue Line USA on Facebook as well. So we're coming into qualifying now, and looks like one of the first cars on track is our own Intensity Racing driver, and you usually hear him in the booth here on Saturday nights, Joseph Wright. So Joe did win a race with these guys in one of their fun runs. So that's how he was able to qualify into the race tonight. Also see our last week's winner here, Zach Wettstein, as he's way up against the wall trying to make that work up there. Couple names we don't normally see in the truck series here. We got Cody Bohm in the 78 machine. Of course, a name we always see is Josh Lokovitz in that 79 ride, Dark Horse Motorsports. So these guys are going to give themselves about 10 minutes for qualifying, 2 laps. And we'll see what these guys can do here in qualifying. And Eddie, how did you find the qualifying to be best? Did you want to run up against the wall like a super speedway, got that thing wound up, and then run a money lap, or is it just fast to run wherever you can?
Well, last night in practice, I'm sure I got in some people's way. If I did, I apologize. But just experimenting with that sort of stuff. I found the first lap, if you take it around the high side, it'll build up enough speed so you can get into turn one for your second lap, and your second lap should be faster. But that was what was working for me. Just trying to keep it up against that wall and find that sweet spot. Once you come off four, if you can get that thing down, under the apron there, as close to that grass as you can get, and then just send it down into turn one and hope and pray it sticks. Um, that was my strategy last night. So,
Oh,
but
we
man, that truck, it was so slick. It was so loose. Like just holding on to it. I wasn't able to throw a lap down, but I had a pretty quick lap in practice. So
so up to the top of the board right now is Tia Swank in the 66 machine, having a great lap out there. 41:21. Zach Wettstein 41:31, and Jamie Berkus in your third spot right now with a 41:48. Who's already made his laps. I don't think. Yep, he's just finishing up his lap right there. And Sam Wettstein out there as well, putting it down, sitting in sixth at the moment with a 41:75. There comes the ticker. See Joshua Sexton out on track right now in the 051, coming across for his timed lap. That's going to bump him up to seventh. Good lap for him. Jim McClendon. It says James here, but Jim McClendon in the 18 machine, making his timed lap now. And we got this camera view right here. You know what that means? You have to pump up the intensity later on in the race.
oh yeah, look forward to that. I'm sure the intensity will be pumped up tonight, man. These guys all want to win this race, and we have 100 laps. The intensity will be ramped up. I guarantee it. It's the All-Star race, man.
I see Aaron Adcock coming across the line here, sitting in the 12th position, and he's going to jump up to the 8th position. So good run there. Let's see, we got some messages on Facebook here. Scott Adcock goes, let's go, Aaron Adcock. Let's get her done. Aaron had a great run last week at Dover. Let's see if he can follow it up here tonight. Josh Smith says Mike Shednick. Aaron Tyler Adcock says Madison Adcock. And, yep, Johnny, yep. So Aaron is in the 32 tonight. So that is correct. See, Joseph right back out on track, trying to improve his time. He's way down on the apron trying to cut the corner the best he can, and you see that you talked about it earlier, just how loose
Oh
it
yeah.
is down there, and he almost loses it there. See Zach, I'm gonna say Nunner in the 57. Let's see who else is out here. Tyler Gackey making his run here. Looks like he's just leaving pit road to make his first of 2 laps. With just under or just about 4 minutes left to go in the session. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. We've exceeded our goal of 1,000 viewers here on Facebook. We're trying to get to 2,000. So don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. Not just here on Facebook, though. We're also on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on Twitch. Twitter, we are Intensity Abroad 1. Also, don't forget, we have our podcast that we just finished recording, and we'll be putting out tomorrow morning. That's going to be not just on the Facebook and the YouTube, but we'll also have that on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. So talk a little real world racing, talk a little iRacing, talk about our leagues, and had a special guest this week. So go ahead and check that out. Looking forward to our guest next week. Eddie, we're gonna have the one, the only Brian Nudie.
Oh my goodness. He better bring some Gills pizza. That's all I gotta say. Probably show up in one of them dump trucks delivering a pizza. I'd be looking forward to it too, man.
It's
Great
fun.
guest,
It's
great guest.
funny too. So our guest tonight was Kyle Myers, who runs in the short track series, and he was talking at one of his real life job right now. His real life job is he's a lumber hauler. But like, yeah, I drove some dump trucks for a while, and the three of us just started chuckling. We're like, you know, we might be able to get you a job if you need it.
That's
See Joshua Smith out here in that sweet Air Force ride, looking like one of them A10s. At least that's what I know. It's the I know Petty Enterprises ran that paint job for quite a while, but every time I see it, that's the first thing I think of is an A10. So the only person on track right now it looks like is Tyler Rice. Oh, Tyler Gackey jumps to the top of the board with a 41.19. Kernan Church 49.20. Tia Swank 41.21. And Clint Rice with a 41.25. So a couple people knocking Zach right off the top of the board there. Looks like Zach's going to have a challenge tonight.
yeah, that's definitely a smoking fast lap right there.
See Tyler Rice here in the I'm not sure what fire department that is, but that's a pretty sweet little ride there as well.
It says his hometown's Cherokee. I wonder if that's over the mountain from me in North Carolina there. It'd be kind of cool if it was.
To take a look at the he's going to round out in the 17th place. See if we can grab a like chase view here. See if we can see what the uh, first in, last out. Try to see if we can see what the logo is, but I do not see it on here. So I think with 40 seconds left, that's going to pretty much do it here for qualifying. So let's get ready for the big race here. 100 laps. You said tire wear is going to be pretty important here tonight.
Yeah, tire wear is definitely going to be a key factor tonight. And if they're running 70% fuel like they were last night, um, it's definitely going to be a challenge. I don't know the number, how many tire sets they have tonight, but man, definitely be something to start thinking about now. You know how to manage those tires and knowing how many laps you can get on a fuel run and go from there. Hopefully everything works out and you can stay clean.
That was strange. There we go. So on pole tonight, Tyler Gatke in the 9 machine with a 41.185. That's a blistering lap around here. Then Kernan Church in the 23 machine. He'll be rounding out, rolling off in second. Tia Swank in the 66 in third. And Clint Reist in the 4th spot.
Fifth, we got Zach Wettstein.
Wettstein.
And sixth,
Or
Wettstein. Sorry,
Stein.
my
It is
bad.
Stein. Like beer Stein. That's how I try to
Oh
remember
man,
it. So Stein,
you trying to
yes.
all kinds of mess me
I
up
am
here.
trying to all kinds of mess you up. It's what we do here.
Zach Wettstein will be running off fifth. Jamie Berkus be coming off sixth. Joshua Smith starting in seventh. William Paisley in eighth.
Then we're going to have Garrett Kinder in the 76 machine. Rolling off in 9, Chris Heiner rounding out row 5. Then Matt Geis in the 33 in 11th, and Aaron Adcock rolling off 12th.
Rolling off 13th, we got Brett Grunewald. 14th, Joshua Sexton. 15th, we got Mr. Logan the Fish Sturgeon. 16th, Charles Stevens.
Then we're going to have Tyler Rice Rolling off 17th. Outside of him in the ninth row is Sam Wettstein. And then our own Joseph Wright in the 82 machine rolling off 19th, and Brandon Wallace rolling off in 20th.
21st, we got the 18 of, did you say Jim McClendon?
That's Jimmy McClendon.
Okay, because it's showing up James on mine,
Yep.
so I didn't want to mess that up. Starting P22, Josh Lokanovitz. Cody Bohm, starting 23rd. Rolling off 24th, we got William Griffith.
Yep. 25th is going to be Zach Nunner. Outside of him, Brian Rupert in the 28 machine. Alex Veith in the 13, rolling off 27th. And Tucker Muffley in the 46 in the 28th spot.
Starting P29, we got Philip Manzo. Rolling off 30th, we got Ray Page. 31st, Jeff Paisley. And 32nd, Christian the Coach Deadman.
33rd, we have Josh Oswald and Jason Lotridge on the outside in 34th. Chuck Feltz and Kyle Roberts make out rows spots 35 and 36.
Then we got Mike Veith, Mike Irbe, Magic Mike Irbe, and Keith Lickenwaldner.
Yep. That's going to round out your field here as the pace truck is bringing them down the backstretch here. And we're getting ready to do some green flag racing here. Again, Kernan Church and Tyler Gackey. Tyler Gackey on the inside and Kernan Church on the outside make up your row one. As the field forms through turns 3 and 4 here.
I'm definitely looking forward to that pace truck pulling off and getting this thing green, man. It's going to be a good one.
Pace truck takes that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Green flag is in the air. And a great jump by both drivers on the front row. Everybody kind of rolling straight, but it looks like Kernan Church is going to get the little better launch here. A little jostling for position behind. And Kernan Church is going to lead them into turns 1 and 2. Here comes Clint Rist in the 2 machine, though. He's on the high side trying to make it work, and that right behind him would be Jamie Brackus, who had a great run there to start the lap. And you can see him already starting to fan out, double file, as they come through turns 3 and 4. And Eddie, how much of the draft is important at a track like that? Oh, we see the 2 get real loose there. That's Clint Reese. He got real loose there in the corner as we were just talking about.
We got coming off 4 here. Oh, Joe's in it.
Oh,
that's not good.
Looks like it's time to bring up our Wreckage Rewind. I actually don't see. Do you know who? Oh, I think I found it.
He's crab walking.
Oh, there's a big one back there.
He's definitely crab walking.
Bear with me one moment as I pull up this replay. We're actually going to take a look from Joe here. Not from Joe, but at Joe here. And we see the 37 on the bottom lane at the bottom right of your screen coming through the corner. Just gets really loose. Actually, Joe gets really loose first.
Yeah, there was a car spinning in front of him a little ways up, so it might have been a checkup from that.
I think that was the 18 that started this whole thing up. All right, normally on my screen here it will show me. Oh, there it is. A long slide from the 57 of Zach Neuner. So you see he gets out of shape and does the Tokyo drift here. And I think it even started in front of them as I saw the 18 of Jim McClendon involved. So let's rewind one more time, see if we can see exactly. Oh, that was Joe in front of them as well. So yeah, it's.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I seen a red truck that was spinning towards the pits too. So.
We're back live now. I'm sure these guys have a couple resets in their pocket as well, being it is the All-Star race.
Yeah, Joe just got his truck fixed and he's driving straight again.
Well, that's good.
It's always good to see. Especially when, man, I've never seen a truck drive like that. Not on iRacing.
Oh, I have. I've done
Huh.
it.
Nice.
It ain't fun, I'll tell you that much. Definitely not
Yeah,
the
I'd say so.
best feeling in the world having to drive a truck looking out your right window. In iRacing, you have the option to set a button so you can look left and right. And when you're trying to drive down the straightaway, holding the button to the right, it ain't a
Oh
fun
man.
time.
Yeah, I'd say not. That's never good.
And of course, Eddie, just going to surprise you with this one. You and I get the vote later on because we do have an award that you and I have to give out, and that is Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh, Mr. Irrelevant. Man,
And
why do they got to put that on us? What's up with that?
so Mr. Irrelevant is the driver. See, I like that because they're the driver that's just, they're there. They didn't really do anything. They weren't really exciting, but they were there. So,
Right.
and they don't wreck out, so that's important. So we'll vote on our Mr. Irrelevant after the race, as the lights on the pace truck are off. We're gonna be getting back to some green flag racing here. Man, one thing I do love about this league is these guys do know how to paint some trucks.
Yeah, there's definitely some awesome paints in here.
And I have to ask, I'll have to check later on, see if William Griffith is running the paint job he was running last week. As these guys like to have a little bit of fun. Of course, this is their poker night. They got to have some fun. But right now, they're
Absolutely.
going to have some more fun because the pace truck just took that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Green flag back in the air. And Curtin Church with a fantastic jump here, getting away from Jamie Berkus. As they all get double file behind. See Tia Swank here trying to work the high side of Clint Rentz. And here comes right behind him. That's the 5 machine of Will Paisley trying to make something happen as Will's do a little side draft there on Clint. So before that wreck happened, I was asking, how much does a draft have to do with how these trucks are running and the runs you can get?
Man, I mean, you can use the draft here to your advantage. It could also be a hinder too, because like if that car gets next to you, he can stall you out. Like it's one of those things, man. If you're gonna use it, you better use it and get away from that truck. But
These guys were just 4 wide coming off
yeah,
the corner there. And they're still 3 wide. Do you see Garrett Kinder on the bottom? Aaron Adcock in the middle. And now you've got the 24, Chris Heiner on the outside. Man, that's some great racing here. Oh, and
yeah. If I'm those guys right now, I want to be on that high side, and I want to be taking care of my tires.
I
I don't
say,
want to be on the 2 lanes on the inside.
yeah, Aaron Adcock making the slide in there. As now these guys are racing hard for the lead. They're already catching Kernan Church as Tia Swank now getting a little drafting help from that 5 of Will Paisley. Oh, a little bit of movement there too. And I know from experience, Auto Club is a bumpy track. You can see these trucks really moving around, really bouncing around, especially down the backstretch. It is.
Oh, that backstretch is brutal.
Yeah. As now Tia Swank is going to lead that lap. A little more side drafting between Will Paisley. I believe that's Jamie Berkus. Oh, a little blink out there from the 5 of Paisley.
Yeah, but you see how he was able to use that left corner panel and just kind of stall him out a little bit? It's crazy, man.
Yeah, some good hard racing up here at the front. A little further back in the pack, we see Sam Wettstein trying to make a little run up through the field here. He's already up 5 positions. Try to make that draft work, see if he can pull himself up a little bit. A little battle on track here, too. We see the 69 of Brett Grunwald to the inside of William Griffith and Charles L. Stevens. And so there's Griffith right there in the Booberry truck. Oh, getting past now. They're trying to take him 3 wide here. Wasn't sure which ride he was going to ride, if he was going to be driving the Kinder car that he ran the other night. Great racing through the field here. The 3 wide again as we see Jeff Paisley take it to the bottom 3 wide. But no help. He has to fall back in line. But there they go again, trying to make it 3 wide through the corner. The 28 of Brian Rupert getting a really good run. But here comes Jeff Paisley again. Oh, almost a little contact. Jeff has to make a aggressive maneuver to the bottom. He's all the way down on the apron 4 wide.
Yeah, it's a big thing, man. Once you lose your momentum here, you're kind of shot until you can build that momentum back up, and hopefully somebody's there you can draft off of to help build that momentum back up.
While this was all going on, we have a new leader. Will Paisley takes the lead from Tia Swank. But now he's under fire. Oh, he actually blinks out for a second. Now Tia's to the inside trying to take that position back away. You know, I haven't really been able to use it yet, so let's throw this out there. Let's pump the intensity for a moment.
Heck yeah, man.
We just saw one car take a massive slide to the inside, and the caution is out. That's going to bring up our Wreckage Rewind here. It looks like it was... Yep, that's exactly the slide that we saw there when we were pumping up the intensity there. It looks like it was the 69 machine of Brett Grunwald. Gets a little help from the 28 here coming off the corner. And the two of them take a pretty good slide to the infield, but the 69's got the worst of it. Makes a hard impact with that weird shaped wall there. And then goes space shuttle status on us. So,
First race truck on Mars.
There you go. You know, interesting fact about Mars. I don't know if you know this or not. It's the only planet in our solar system that's completely um, occupied by robots
Makes sense that we know of.
that we know of. That's true. Autobots roll out. As we see a
That's
bunch
right.
of cars coming on the pit road. Sorry, a bunch of trucks coming on pit road. As Joe would say, them truck cars.
I was just about to say.
Including our leader at the time, Will Paisley, Tia Swank on pit road, Zach Wettstein, Tyler Gackey, Garrett Kinder, Joe Wright's on pit road. So it looks like a little strategy here. A bunch of these guys going on pit road, but that's going to give the lead to Aaron Adcock, who I know does have quite the following on our Facebook feed right now. So shout out to all of Aaron's family watching. It's pretty awesome. He's got the love and support out there.
Always awesome, man. Especially when these races are broadcasted, and you spend so much time practicing. You spend so much time trying to get better at your, what you like to do, and that support and everything else, man. It helps out a lot. So I'm sure he appreciates you guys watching and rooting him on, and we appreciate you watching also.
Yeah, he always has a good 3 or 4 people watching. Nowhere's near the Colin Willem following that we have in the iOS series, but
Yeah, that little feller.
or the following that Eddie Morris has too.
Oh my, I don't know about that.
You knew I had to bring it up.
I know it. I know it.
So Aaron Adcock's going to assume the lead. Curtin Church right behind him. Joshua Smith in the 47 machine. He's going to be sitting here in third. And I love that ride. Joshua Sexton up to the 4th spot, and Jamie Berkus sitting in 5th. Clint Reese, he stays out. He's going to stay in 6th. Chris Heiner in 7th. Gary Bohm in the 78 machine. He's going to roll off 8th. William Griffith and Logan the Fish Sturgeon out there in your top 10. It looks like the lights on the pace truck have turned off. That means we're going to be going back green flag racing. Now, what's interesting is the field is really split right now as these guys come down the backstretch. Let's throw up the pit strategy here, and you'll see that the top 15 here have not come in and pit yet. But let's see how many rows I can put here. And Nooner came in on lap 1, so yeah, that's as big as I can go is 20 rows. So I'm going to bring that back down to 15 because it's just going to look bad. So yeah, the mixed field here. The first car that's going to be on new tires looks like it's going to be Will Paisley in 21st. So the pace truck pulls off on the pit road. Aaron Adcock's got control of the field with Kernan Church on the outside. Aaron hits the gas, gets a great jump, green flag back in the air as the leader has the choice. He can go whenever he wants. Joshua Smith in the 47, he's going to tuck right in behind Kernan here as they go into turn 1. And here comes Kernan to the inside, making an aggressive move. How much is that going to hurt his tires, making that hard turn down to take the lead away?
Yeah, I think, man, you just gotta hang with them tires and save them at this point. Being those first 15 that's not been in the pits yet, those 15, those other guys behind you, man, they're gonna be coming.
So here's the 5. The first truck on new tires, as you can see, you can just see the difference as they're, one car on the wall. The 41, that's Ray Page around. Caution is out.
7 went airborne.
Ray Page, the 4 on your ticker, but he is the 41 on the track. Because we're going to take a look here, see exactly what happened. I think he just pushed up the track a little bit, or maybe he thought he was clear. Oh no, neither. Just an innocent bystander here. See, they come off the corner. The big run from the 57 as the scoring pylon gets in the way. And he just catches the wall there, and as he catches the wall, he turns down, catches Ray Page. And from there, it's just on. As these trucks are gonna come back across track. Joe Wright just barely misses it. Man, the 7. You said that was a 7 of Jeff Paisley goes airborne, does monster truck style driving
That's right.
there.
I
Uh,
gave it a 10. He landed
he landed it.
it.
He should be driving the Gravedigger looking truck there as he comes back across the track and ends up on his roof. Doesn't look like, oh, he saves it. So still back on the wheels again.
Man,
He
man,
landed
oh
it
man, oh man.
twice. So let's see what tires have done as Will Paisley on that short little run there gained about 4 spots. So tires do definitely make a difference as we're going to see. I wonder if Kernan and Aaron saw that and they're going to come in this time or if they're going to continue to try to stretch it a little bit further. Looks like Aaron's going to dip on the pit road here. The 2 of Clint Rest on the pit road as well. Oh no, Aaron stays out. So it looks like Clint's the only one coming on the pit lane.
Yeah, right there, man. That's your redemption. If you if you feel like you made the wrong call on that last stop by staying out, definitely go in and get your services done and get back out there this time. Because I mean, we had what 2 or 3 green flag laps there before that wreck happened. And
Yep.
I'm telling you, man, those tires are key. They are key.
And we'll see the invisible pit crew service his truck. Which, if you're in the car and it's your own car, you can see the pit crew working on your car. Unfortunately, when there's 43 cars on track, it'd be very taxing for any computer to have all them pit crews out there. So that's why we just get the invisible ones.
Hey, those guys are cool too. They've never let me down. Not yet.
They've let me down a few times. Oh man. Yeah. So a couple weeks ago we had William Griffith running the kinderonly.com scheme. Unfortunately, I thought we were going to see that again tonight. I was hoping, but nope.
That's a good scheme to see. I'll tell you another one that's pretty good to see and is I think it's Logan Sturgeon. His Xfinity scheme is a pretty good one. If
Yes.
you've not seen it, definitely check it out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tune in to the I don't like to throw away other broadcasters here, but since it is their own personal broadcasting company, Rebels Racing Network does broadcast that on Friday nights. I personally run in that one on Friday nights as well, so check that out. I support these guys. These guys do a great job in their leagues and their broadcasting. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy running out there on Friday nights.
It's a great group of guys, man. I enjoy racing with these guys, calling these guys as races, and it's a great group of guys, man. That's about all I can really say
Yeah,
there.
me and Joe talk about it almost every Sunday night. Just the respect that these guys have for each other, and the camaraderie that they have as well. That they're able to, you
Yeah,
know,
it's definitely second to none, man. I'm telling you, they're awesome. Every one of them.
see Kernan Church from Mesa, Arizona, deciding to run with us tonight instead of going to the track himself. I'm sure that's got to be a pretty cool track to see nowadays with that new configuration of Phoenix. But the pace truck is getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn back on the pit road. We saw Aaron get the big jump on the first one there. It didn't really work out in his favor. Let's see what Kernan does. If he gets an early jump or if he, nope, there he goes. Early jump. Green's in the air. A little side drafting going on between Aaron Adcock and Joshua Smith. A little contact too, as it's going to allow, looks like the 051 Joshua Sexton, to make a big move on the outside. And behind him, we got 3 and 4 wide racing again.
Yeah, I told you it wouldn't take long for the intensity to ramp up here. It's a fast track, man. It's a big track, but you got to be in the right line for your momentum to hang with you. And it's definitely tough. These guys here, man, they're putting on a show.
Take a look here from the blimp, just to see the difference in the big runs that you can get as they're coming through the corners here. And you see behind again already 3 wide coming down the straightaway. That was I saw
Few cars back there jostling around, huh?
Yeah, a couple cars jostling. I see Joe Wright on that high side trying to make it work here, and the outside Tia Swank and Garrett Kinder.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Joe a hard time, man. He can get up above that other seam right there.
Run that wall. Use that air off the wall to keep the truck going straight.
That air was missing for me last night. I couldn't find it.
It's a great battle 3 wide up here. But back at the front, Aaron Adcock back to the lead. And here comes the 78 of Cody Bohm. Trying to make something happen on that bottom side. He's got a good push here, too. And a good pusher from the Fish on that bottom side. Looks like the Fish backs off just a little bit. In that thin blue line truck, which would be our race sponsor, the Thin Blue Line USA. Oh, Lokovitz makes a... I'm sorry, that's not Lokovitz. That's Tucker Muffley in the 46 makes a big jump to the bottom. Usually, Lokovitz is driving that green and yellow type paint scheme. Oh, big wiggle out of the 51. That checks up Cody Bohm there. But we remain going straight here and back to 3 wide and 2 wide racing through the corners. We were talking about William Griffith earlier. He's making his way up to the front now. Kernan Church retakes the lead up front here as they're battling hard. Him and Aaron Adcock coming back into turn 1, and they're 4 wide from the wall to the apron back there.
Yeah, there's a lot of drivers that are white knuckling right now. I guarantee you that.
Chris Heiner making a big move on the outside. He's got a great run here outside of Tyler Muffy, and yeah, there goes Griffith all the way down to the apron again for more 3 wide racing. Man, there's just great. Oh, low contact between the 46. 46 gets up into the wall. It's Muffley. He's going to keep it going straight. Oh, never mind. The 5 and the 35. My goodness, the 5 just went barrel rolling through the grass here. Yellow is out. Man, that was big. That was Will Paisley here coming off the corner. And yeah, it looks like he just got a little loose and gets caught there. Man, takes a wild ride through the grass. You see the 35 taking a ride through the grass as well. I believe, is that Matt Geis involved in that as well?
I think so.
Nope, that's the 4. That is Zach Wettstein. Because there's a 98 of Sam. So, yeah, that would be the 4 machine of Zach Wettstein. 6 on your ticker, but 4 in the paint job. Oh, there we go. So Aaron Adcock assumes the lead again. And I'm sure these guys up front will be coming in this time by.
Yeah, 27 laps on them tires, man. They are screaming.
There they all come. Now the question is the entire field going to come? Well, pretty lonely out on the track. I see. Looks like Garrett Kinder stays out. Clint Rice stays out. Matt Geist stays out. Jim McClendon stays out. Sam Wettstein stays out. And Philip Manzo. I'll stay out here. So it's going to shake things up a little bit here. Who's going to win the race off pit road here? Is that Joe Wright?
Looks like Joe.
Yeah, Joe's going to win the race off pit road. I wonder if he only took 2 tires. I'm almost inclined to rewind to see what he did to get that position. So here,
Looks like fuel only to me.
oh, that's exactly what it is. You see, no tires go up in the air. That is fuel only. So it makes me wonder how many other people took fuel only here on that run, or on that pit stop, I should say. But your leader right now, Garrett Kinder, staying out as we take a look at the pit strategies here. Yeah, it looks like he pit about 15 laps ago. Reese about 10 laps ago. Matt Geis, McClendon 15. That's Sam Wettstein, Manzo, and then Joe Wright was the first one off pit road. But like we said, he took fuel only. As the lights on the pace truck have turned off as we come down the backstretch here. And with a mixed bag of strategies here, what are you expecting here, Eddie?
I'm just hoping those guys that have been out there for a minute on them tires don't have any tire spin, and we can have a good restart here.
Yeah, we know it's really easy to spin the tires, especially at an older surface like you see here at Auto Club.
I mean, even at Atlanta, in the trucks, Isaiah Gill, we're not going to mention any names or anything. Um, but yeah, we've seen it before.
That'll forever be the bunt of the joke here at on iOS for sure. But here comes the pace truck making that hard left-hand turn. Garrett Kinder leads him down. Hard on the gas, green flag in the air. He gets a great jump here on Clint Rice. As you see the field here spread out, coming into turn 1 and 2, and here comes Matt Geist down to the bottom. Looked like he was trying to get a run here on Clint. And Joe being able to stay right there as he's on the back bumper of Sam Wettstein. That's a pretty good battle right there about to take place. And all behind we can see just, oh, a wreck is what we can see. Yellow is out. I like it started with the 32 of Aaron Adcock. We're going to take a look here. We're going to actually focus on Chris Heiner. And it looks like the 24 Chris Heiner just loses it all by himself. And Adcock has nowhere to go, bounces up into the 8 machine, and then he loses himself right in front of William Griffith. All these guys that just came in and took tires too. There's
Yeah,
that.
that's tough.
There's that
That's a
new.
lot of.
That's a lot of trucks, and
This track looks big and everything, but man, when you get trucks sideways in front of you, there's at those speeds, it's no slowing down.
So here's a great view of our new smoke model that iRacing's been working on, and this is real time as you see.
I'm just gonna say they shouldn't have any mosquitoes at any iRacing track while this model is here.
So, so back up front, Garrett Kinder still stays out. We were talking about that on the podcast, Eddie. The new particle model in general is just incredible. I don't know how much dirt you run or if you've run any dirt lately, but
No, I haven't.
Thursday night in the iOS Dominator series, it was pretty awesome to see because as the race went on and we had a long green flag run, I noticed towards the end of the run, I'm like, man, I can't see the sky. It's full of dust. Because
Oh
that's
man.
yeah, because that's what you expect when you go to a dirt track. I don't know how many dirt
Yep.
tracks you've ever been to, but once you get, about 20, 25 laps of green flag racing in, you can barely see the track anymore. So iRacing's done a
True.
really good job of that, trying to get the model down just right.
That's good, man. They're working on stuff, making pretty good improvements, and yeah, I'm not much of a dirt racer myself. Never really dabbled much with it as far as iRacing goes. I did hop into the Bristol dirt and kind of see how that was and seeing what what everybody's big thing about it was. For me, it was enough to show me that I have no business being on dirt, so I'll stay off of there for now.
Yeah, I ran a hosted session that Anthony Alfredo threw up, which was pretty
Nice.
cool to run with him. And yeah, that's a fun thing to sling those cars. So the trucks on dirt is one thing. I was, when I first started running those, I'm like, man, this is incredible. But then you get those stock cars that are much lower to the ground, a much different center of gravity, and yeah, it was incredible to drive those things, especially on Bristol. It's fast. I mean, you're only
Yeah.
talking, even though it's dirt, you're only talking a 5 second slower lap.
Right. Yeah, I was like, I went straight from the Bristol Dirt. Funny story. I went from the Bristol Dirt where I was messing with it in just a test session, and I went to our Kansas because we're going to Kansas this week in the iOS, and I did a test session in there, and I'm running a few laps. I'm trying to get the fuel mileage and see how many laps I can go on fuel and tire tire wear and how that's going down. And I get to the pits and I'm like, man, I can't get any more speed out of this thing. So I'm gonna start messing with some ratios and offsets and see what I can do. And I was running the Bristol Dirt setup the whole time. It was not fun. And I think I was like only 2/10 faster in the actual Kansas setup.
Oh,
So I'm
that's
like,
kind of
yeah,
funny.
it was crazy.
Yeah, so latest on the pace truck came back on, so I know I was excited to run some super speedway racing with the new drafted model because one, you guys know me, I'm a huge super speedway racer, but two, the mixed reviews I've gotten from it, and I'll tell you what, as much as people hate on it so far, I thought it was phenomenal. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed it. It's different. It makes you have to drive. Um, I had to. People say you can't get a good run. I actually had to hit the brakes to slow down to get the car behind me to, suck up to my back bumper. And then once we did that, we got like five trucks in a row or five cars in a row, and we took off.
yeah, I'm kind of mixed on it. I'm on the fence. As far as like joining in a hosted lobby or some random person or some random group of people you don't really race with on the regular. I don't know about it, but if you're in an organized group and you're on a team channel with somebody and you can get them to, hey, let's go high, let's work together, whatnot. I think you have better luck with it, and I think it'll be a better race. The race as a whole, I think it will be better if that was the case instead of just random lobbies and stuff. But I don't know. I've only ran one or two, so that's my view on it so far.
Yeah, anytime you get in a random lobby, it's one thing. Just like these guys, we just saw them run a bunch of green flag laps and had a great run there. So we got a couple watchers on here. We got Amber Adcock saying, "Let's go, Bubba." Charlie Elmore says, "Pull it for my dark horse guys." And Stacy Adcock says, "Keep it going, keep it up, Aaron. Looking good." And Papa Parsons also says, "Go for it, Aaron." As the pace truck lights are off, gotta take that hard left-hand turn as we re-rack them and get ready to refire. Green flag in the air. Garrett Kinder with a great jump. Look at Sam Wettstein jumping to the high side already, trying to make something happen on the restart. We're 3 wide for second place. That's going to allow Garrett Kinder just to kind of pull away a little bit. Zach Geis on the Matt Geis on the bottom. You got the 2 of Clinton Rice who's going to get clear here. Here comes Joe Wright on the back bumper of Matt Geis. And at the same time, here comes Kernan Church to the bottom of Joe. So Joe's trying to get around Matt, which he clears him. But here comes Kernan Church flying through the field here.
Yeah, that momentum on the high side, man. I don't know. When I was running laps yesterday, it seemed like the outside you could hold your speed, but you just get around the track a lot faster on that inside line in the corners.
And you see Kernan push way up the track here. Tries to get a little bit of a side draft off the 2. Here comes Matt Geis. Nope, Kernan's going to tuck in right behind Clint here as they come down the backstretch. Joe's going to give Kernan that big push into the corner too, and I think I got Kernan a little bit loose. Man, what a run that Church is getting there off the corner. Looks like he's able to get off the corner better than anybody else on track right now.
Yeah, look at that aggressive turn in though. I mean, those tires, man, they're not gonna be liking him in a few a few laps. I'd say about 7 to 10 hard laps like that, your run is done right there.
There's hard racing all through the pack here as we see a lot of Tia Swank trying to get a good run on this pack in front of him. Logan Sturgeon trying to work on Josh Sexton in front of them. Oh, we got yellow out. See, we're gonna see where this one started. Oh. Oh no, for you fans of Aaron Adcock, not what you want to see.
Don't look now.
And we're gonna bring it back live here. See Aaron Adcock push up off the track into the 18. They're both gonna hit the wall, and Aaron's gonna take the wild ride up in the air. Comes back down on the track as they're all wrecking in front of him. That was the 18 of, let's see who that was. We see right behind him, Ray Page involved in this as well. So let's see if we can see from what Ray Page saw. Yeah, that literally happened right in front of Ray Page. He had nowhere to go. Everybody just kind of comes piling in. Tough night for Ray. That's, I believe, the second or third one he's been involved in tonight already.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's definitely not a good feeling, man, when you got all that smoke and not enough room to maneuver your vehicle around.
But don't worry, fans of Aaron Adcock. I believe he had a reset, and he's going to be able to get that thing fixed back up and back on track. And I don't believe he's going to lose a lap here, so I think he should be pretty good. Take a look at his. Yeah, that truck has seen better days. Garrett Kinder still out front here. Still hasn't come in pit. How many laps on fuel can we go here, Eddie?
Oh man.
Putting you
How
on the
many laps
spot,
was
I
it
know.
last night? Yeah, you did. I got to think about it, man. So I think we had two sets of tires last night, and I think it was it 70 laps or God, I don't even know.
You can say I don't
I've got
know.
my Kansas. I don't know. I've got mileages for Kansas and all kinds of stuff going on in my head right now. So.
As we see, he's been out there for 25 laps already. Clint raced right behind him with 20 laps. And Joe Wright, we know, did not take tires. So his tires are at least, I'm going to say probably 26 laps old. And he's able to keep right up there on those older tires, too, which is pretty impressive, actually. It looks like Aaron Adcock is still stuck in the pits as the lights on the pace truck are off. So he is going to lose a couple laps here. But fortunately for him, he's if there's a couple of yellows, he might be able to catch that lucky dog and get back on the lead lap. So there's still plenty of time for him as we haven't even reached halfway yet.
Absolutely, man. There's still a lot of racing left, and it's only going to get better.
That is for sure. Especially as you see this mixed bag of new tires and old tires out here. As you see the intervals at the top, the ticker there, you can see who's laps down or how far back they are from the car in front. Garrett Kinder's going to lead them back to the flag here as we re-rack them, and the pace truck takes that hard left-hand turn, and they're gone already. Green flag in the air. As soon as that pace car turned, Garrett took off, and that kind of caught Kernan and Clint and Joe there sleeping a little bit. Here comes Kernan down to that bottom side again. Really making that work, and he's going to take the lead away off of turn 2. And those two are just starting to pull away a little bit from everybody else. And Kinder's the only truck I've really seen that's able to dive to the bottom like that, make the truck rotate, but not over-rotate, and still be able to drive off the corner.
Yeah, he's definitely doing something right, man. Because it's definitely, definitely easy to make that thing over rotate. Next thing you know, you're around.
As we ride on board here, we see he's barely even turned the wheel down there. Now that's when you know you got your truck hooked up. When you don't even have to turn the wheel to get the truck to rotate. It's that little turn in. Barely lifts off the gas and barely moving that wheel left or right. That's a truck that's hooked up right now. As you see, he's just pulling away from Garrett Kinder right now. A little further back in the pack, more trucks jostling for position back here. As we see the 5 of Will Paisley back in the mix here with Sturgeon and the 051 and Josh Sexton. And Matt Gee's having a little... Oh! Josh... Yeah. No yellow, though.
We kept it off the wall.
That was impressive there.
Yeah, exactly.
But no yellow. We got to see that one live. So back up front, Kernan Church still pulling away with a bit of about a 0.6 second lead. But look who's coming into the mix now. Zach Wettstein with that big run down the backstretch, trying to get a little side draft here. Now he's got to tuck back in behind Garrett Kinder and then dive back down to the bottom. So Zach's starting to run that low side like we see Kernan run. Little slide job, and Garrett's going to cross him over. back to the line. What a great battle here for second place between Garrett Kinder and Zach Wettstein. And Zach's somebody
Yeah, I
we're
think
used. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think towards the end of the race, man, there's gonna be a lot of the slide jobs and a lot of the crossovers.
Yeah, and Zach's usually used to being at the front with the clean air here. He's not used to running back behind cars, and yeah, these two are going at it. As these guys battle for position, you know who's loving to see that is Kernan Church. That's just going to allow him to drive away. And while they battle, you see that Clint Rentz now back into the mix as he's going to give Zach a little push here into 1 and 2. That's also allowed Joe Wright and Jamie Berkus to catch back up as well. So now Zach is cleared Clint and Garrett, and he's got his eyes set on Kernan Church as we are almost halfway here. And Kernan's lead now is still sitting at 0.6. Zach's really not catching him too much. A little further back in the field. Now the field's really starting to. We see the 5 of Will Paisley's got a little damage from that incident a few minutes ago with the 051 of Josh Sexton. So while things are starting to spread out a little bit here, let's take a moment and let's pump it up again.
Heck yeah, man.
As we see the 4 truck of Zach Wettstein now starting to reel in Kernan Church. He's cut that lead down to 0.2 of a second. As we look off the back bumper here of Kernan Church, you see Zach trying to work that draft the best he can, trying to get out there. He's going to look to the inside here. He's going to clear Kernan off turn 2. And at the same time, here comes Clinton Reese as well. So these 3 trucks here have kind of got a little bit of breakaway. Here comes Clint down to the inside underneath the 22. And underneath Zach now. Looks like he's going to try to take it all the way to the lead here. As they come off of turn 4. Can he pinch Zach up there enough to get the run? No, Zach's going to get the run off the corner. He's going to have to tuck in behind before Church tries to get out to the outside of him. And now Church looks to the inside trying to make a little move. No, he's going to stay right tucked in behind. Man, what's some great racing right there, Eddie.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I told you, the intensity in this race will be there. There will not be any lack of it, for sure.
Now as these guys are racing, now Jamie Berkus in the 15 is starting to reel those trucks in a little bit as well, as we see Jamie here, the Pensacola, Florida native. As he's now to the back bumper of Kernan Church. I think Kernan running that low line just burnt his tires right off because now he's going
Yeah.
backwards. Oh, he's in the wall trying to make that high line work, and it just isn't working for him. Saw sparks of flying right there.
Yeah, he was lucky, man. Once you get into that wall around here, man, it's like it sucks you right in. Like it wants to hold you. It's hard to get off the wall here.
And now Zach Wettstein now under attack. We got Kyle Roberts in the pits, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. And Zach Wettstein had a little, looked like Clint was trying to challenge him just a little bit. Clint here from Decatur, Alabama. Having a great run tonight. And Jamie Berkus up to the third position. Got around Kernan Church. Now Kernan's getting a little bit of a challenge here from Garrett Kinder. Is Garrett going to take that look to the inside? And right behind them, Joe Wright trying to run a little bit lower line, trying to get a little clean air on the front of that truck. So another great battle here for 4th, 5th, and 6th here. Speaking of great battles, I see a battle here between Tyler Rice, Logan Sturgeon, and that's the 75 of Chuck Pegleg Feltz. So while these guys are battling here, I got a little pit reporter here, a little Jesse Necula sending me a message saying guys talking about struggling with the bumps now the tires are wearing on the green flag run. So Eddie, we were talking about the bumps earlier, just how much those bumps can really affect the truck here.
Yeah, just trying to keep it straight down the backstretch, man. That's another thing too. It's definitely tough.
Yeah, we see these trucks really bouncing around here down the backstretch. And speaking of bumps, we just saw Clint give Zach a big bump from the bumper there going into turn 1 a moment ago.
Yeah, Garrett Kinder and Joe Wright, they were able to get by Kieran and Church. I think those tires, man, him running it that hard at the first of the run, they feel good, but you got to save them.
As we see Joe now working the back bumper of Garrett Kinder. This is right along board here with Joe Wright. You'll be able to see just how bumpy it is. You'll see that truck in front. You'll see the camera moving around quite a bit. That's just relative to how bumpy this track really is. Older surface. As Joe's going to work to the inside now of Garrett Kinder. He's going to try to take that position away, but up front, still have side-by-side battle between Clint and Jamie here. Having a great battle here, and usually the leader loves to see that side-by-side battle because that means that those cars are going to fall back, but they're staying right there with them. So I don't know if Zach's maybe just saving a little bit here. We all know Zach's kind of the master of saving fuel and tires.
I don't know, man. As fast as those three cars are right now, I don't know if anybody up there is really saving anything.
See a little. I thought we were going to see a little slide job from Jamie Berkus there, but he thinks better of it. Great side-by-side battle still for second place, and man, it's just allowing Zach to just kind of ride right now. It looks like. I mean, you say they're running fast laps, but when he's able to just sit there and stay in front of those two as they battle hard, and they're making that high side work real well.
I think we got some people coming in the pits here.
Yeah,
that,
I just saw Garrett Kinder, as you see at the bottom of the screen. Garrett Kinder, Matt Geis on the pit road. The times on the bottom of the screen, you're going to see that is on and off of pit road times. That is not pit stops. So that's how long they totally spend on pit road. And we'll throw a little track map up here so you can see where everybody is when they're coming on and off of pit road here as well. And just got a report on the Facebook. Aaron Adcock is out of fast repairs and is done for the night. So as these guys cross the stripe here, Eddie, we got 40 laps to go.
It's getting down to crunch time, man.
Yep, Jesse says pit stops are starting, which they are. You see who else is on? Charles Stevens on pit road right now. Oh, Matt Geiss drove through his pit stall for his green flag stop.
Man.
That is not what you want to see.
Definitely not.
These guys are still battling hard. You see Clint right up against the wall there, able to stay up there and not get into it. That's part of that new air model that we were talking about currently in the previous build. Not the one that just came out, but the one before, where you can use the air off the wall to really ride the wall and not get into it. And if you hit the air bubble just right, you can get a great launch off too. As these guys just cleared Garrett Kinder coming off of pit road. Oh, and Zach Clint up into the wall hard. I don't know what happened there. I think he's going to be coming to pit road right here.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well if you're thinking about coming in the next few laps.
So that's going to give a little bit of breathing room to Zach and Jamie here. Imagine Zach's going to, yep, Zach Wettstein will be pitting this time by. So I imagine once you see the leader pit, everybody else is going to do the same thing. Here comes a 69 on the pit road as well. I just got a report. We'll follow these guys' pit stops on the pit road. They both get on real well. It looks like Jamie got on a little bit better than Zach did. So while those guys are on pit road, that's going to give the lead to Joe Wright. Which I imagine Joe will be, well, I think Joe had a little bit better, more fuel and be able to run back in the draft a little bit behind these guys. He was able to save a little bit of fuel, as you see the two of Clint Rice right in front of Joe. Zach Nunner on pit road as well. Kyle Roberts on pit road. Joe's stretching it. Him and Kernan Church.
I mean, if you got the gas to stretch it, you might as well.
Yeah, those the top three were in about 36 laps ago. So they should be getting pretty close to having a pit soon. You see the 69 just coming off pit road. He's going to have fresher tires than Joe. So you should be able to see him. Just the difference in what tires are going to look like right here. I mean, I think that really shows just how important tires are. Because you see Jamie Berkus just driving away from Joe right now. As Joe's under pressure from Kernan Church. Kernan's taking a look to the inside. Not going to be able to get there. Slide back up behind, but you got to think those tires are crying right now.
Oh yeah, they're screaming. Get me off of here. And the driver is too, I promise you. Get these tires off of here.
I'm actually kind of surprised to see these guys run out there as long as they have with everybody else on fresh tires. But at the same time, if your strategy is to be off strategy, this could be a good move. Because when it comes down to it, these guys will have maybe 5, 10 lap fresher tires than the rest of the field. Oh, the 51, or I'm sorry, 57 gets loose in front of the leaders there. And if you're the leaders, that's not what you want to see.
Definitely not.
So 2 seconds behind these guys is the 28 of Brian Rupert. And then Tia Swank right behind him. Josh Oswald. Jeff Paisley Will Paisley a little bit further back. Will also hasn't come in pit yet. We've got Cody Bohm currently on pit lane. You see Joe right here in the 22 of Kernan Church. They got to be close to getting to pit here. As Kernan takes a look to the inside. So they're battling hard out here as they got the 57 giving a little bit of hand. Here comes Brian Rupert, Tia Swank on the pit road. So it looks like your top 8 have not come out on the pit road yet. Let's take a look back at the strategy here. These are pretty much everybody out there still running, trying to stretch the fuel, stretch the run. So the report I just got was the guys who pitted early are very close to making it to the end. They'll have to save fuel by drafting and hoping for a yellow. So there you have it. That's the report that we're hearing from Jesse Necula, who's our pit reporter, if you will. Thank you, Jesse. Jesse unfortunately missed the race, so he's watching and listening to race comms. He's feeding us the information. So it looks like Joe let Kernan by here, and I wonder if Joe is in that fuel saving mode right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I seen his last lap time coming by. I think he might be saving a little bit there.
Oh, Joe's coming on the pit road.
Wow.
So Kernan Church is going to continue to lead. He's going to have a 3-second lead over Josh Oswald here. And now, as you can see from your track map on screen, which I left up just because of the pitters, as Alex Veith gets on the pit road here. And here comes Kernan Church on the pit road to get his service done. That's going to give Josh Oswald the lead now.
Yeah, I was wondering how you're getting all this insider information, man.
I do appreciate the info. It helps out us along as well. So
Absolutely.
you see Tia Swank going around, Josh Oswald getting a lap back here. So the early pitters that I was talking about being close on fuel, that'd be guys like Zach Wettstein, Matt Geiss, Jamie Berkus, Clinton Reese. Those guys are, Jesse heard Zach say that he was close on fuel. So those are the guys who we're going to keep an eye on, because when this all cycles around here, Clinton Reese should be your leader. You see Clint here and Jamie Berkus and Zach Wettstein behind them. So these are the first ones to come on the pit lane, the early pitters here that we were mentioning. As you see Josh Oswald down on the apron here. He's coming to make his pit stop. That's going to give the lead to Michael Swink. Another one we haven't really talked about tonight is Chuck Pegleg Phelps.
I think Brian Rupert, man, just come off the wall pretty crazy there. He's able to keep it going straight, though.
Michael Swink from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. As the yellow comes out, this changes everything, Eddie.
It does. Alex Veith around.
And that's what I see on my scoring and timing here. Alex Veith having some issues. Let's take a look to see exactly what happened to Alex. And we see him coming through the corner all by himself. And, oh, man, just loses it. Tries to catch it and then catches Matt Guy. Oh, Matt involved. Matt was just an innocent bystander there. And then you see, I think it was Tia Swank came through. Either Tias or Garrett made some contact there at the end. That would be, yeah, Tia Swank comes through and makes a little contact there. And I think Kernan Church got a little piece of that as well. But the poor unfortunate soul there would be Matt Geist, just nowheres to go. Let's actually take a little ride with Matt just so we can see exactly what he saw here. As he's just running, he sees Alex just lose it, and man, isn't that a helpless feeling?
It is, man. I had that happen to me about a week or two in the Cup Series. Somebody on the wall didn't have enough skill to keep it there and decided to come down on people. But totally different situation here. I mean, Alex wasn't sucked into the wall already, so. But I know how it feels to be picked off like that. That's not a good feeling.
Man, we were talking about
At least Alex gave him an apology. Just saying.
Well, that's good. That's good. I know we were talking about it in our podcast earlier. The bad luck that Stephen Black had at Pocono in the Cup Series.
Goodness. Yeah.
Guys leading the race, dominating the race. So Stephen Black dominating this race was like a Zach Wettstein kind of domination. Like he was just out front, he was gone. And he has to make his green flag pit, so he pulls on the pit road. And as he's entering pit road, another car just loses it off of turn 3, and he comes sliding down into his passenger side door, wrecks his car. They do not run resets in that league. So he was able to drive back up to, I believe, a top 5. But just bad luck, just wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah. And breaking news, we are bringing the reset back in the iOS. Thank goodness.
As a spectator, it's 50-50 for me. As a racer, I know it's important for you guys because that gives you that that little buffer, that one little mistake that may not even be yours. But yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on the reset rule, depending on the track. I mean, if you're running a track like Kansas or Michigan, you know, tracks like that, honestly, you should be good enough to run without a reset. That's my opinion.
I'm not going to comment on that.
But
yeah, I mean, as being one of the guys that's always got the bad luck, it seems this season so far, getting caught up in everybody else's stuff, you know, just trying to have something there for the end. I welcome the fast repair until we can get to that point to where we don't need them.
Don't forget, check out the thinbluelineusa.com. Use Original Rebels TBL for 20% off at checkout.
Heck yeah, man. Go check them out and use that promo code. Save you some money.
Who doesn't like saving money?
Absolutely. If you don't like saving money, guess what? I'll give you my bank info later.
Oops. So, forgot to mention earlier, there was a little bit of money on the line tonight as well. So we'll talk about that next time we go, if we have another caution here, as the pace truck rolls off into pit road. Green flag back in the air. Tia Swank with a great jump here on Kernan Church, and Charles Stevens right behind as well. Back into the mix with some fresh tires now is Joe Wright. So I think that caution really benefited Joe here, as we have just 23 laps to go.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it was pretty good strategy on him on a couple cautions before when he stayed out and moved his way up to 7th by doing that. That was pretty good job.
Just saw the 2 of Clint Rice there, completely sideways off of turn 2. He was able to hold on to it, but he lost quite a few positions, falling back to 14th. So, but back up front, we see Kernan Church catching the wall there. Trying to get everything he can, trying to hold off Tia Swank here. As here comes Joe Wright down to the inside of Charles Stevens, trying to take that 3rd position away. And just behind them, we see Zach Wettstein hugging that bottom, trying to make it. He's going to try to make it 3 wide. Nope, tucks back in behind Joe. We're 2 wide down the backstretch. Tia Swank out to the lead. But here comes Charles Stevens, really working that high side, 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Zach kind of pushes up a little bit. Man, that's some, trying to make it 4 wide.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You lose that momentum, that just opens the door for everybody else. It's crazy.
We saw Will Paisley there trying to make it 4 wide for a second. But Joe Wright, oh look, contact there between Joe and Zach. Zach loses all his momentum, as you said. Once you lose your momentum, you're just going to be under attack. As Josh Oswald now all over the back bumper of Zach Wettstein. And William Griffith making a big move back up to the front here.
Church in the wall again.
Oh. And Joe Wright going to take it 3 wide here. Trying to take second place. Look at that, 2 for 1 deal. Is he going to make it work here as he comes off the corner to get around Charles Stevens? Or is Stevens going to have the better run on the bottom? Looks like they're going to be pretty even here, side by side down the backstretch. And while this is all happening, it's allowed Tia Swank to get out to a pretty big lead. He's almost got a 2nd lead now off these guys, as Joe's going to get the position here in turn 3.
Momentum you carry off the high side, man. It's insane. You know, if you can't get off if you're running that low line and you can't run the whole track, you got trucks or cars or other vehicles around you in your lane, then you've got to let off of it a lot, and your momentum just it kills it right there.
Yeah, Zach Wettstein trying to make that bottom line work again as he's kind of pinching down there a little bit. As they're trying to make things happen here right behind him. Jamie Berkus back in the mix. After having some issues earlier, he's right back here with Josh Oswald right behind him. They're trying to work here on Charles Stevens. And Charles hasn't really been up to the front of the pack. We haven't really talked about him much tonight. But he's having a great run now as he's back up into the top 5. Ooh, Zach gets a little loose there. As Jamie Berkus now tries to the inside of Joe Wright. Joe was kind of throwing a little bit of a block there, but Jamie was able to get the position underneath. Jamie's going to take that position away from Joe with a little slide job here. And they are catching Tias back up. Tias's lead is now a half a second, so.
I think if I was a second and third place cars there, I'd just keep running the line I'm running, save my tires. We're catching the leader.
Yeah, look how fast they're catching the leader too. Time now 28 seconds. As we saw some hard racing in the back here, as these guys were just 3 wide and 4 wide a minute ago. And Zach, it looks like Zach's having some issues now. Either that or he's just trying to cool the tires off a little bit so he can get a good run back at it. Now, Jamie Berkus to the inside of Tia Swank. He's got the position going into turn 3. Can he make it work? And he's clear. Is he going to slide job, or is Tias going to try to cross him back up? I think Tias is just struggling right now. Because now he's got Joe Wright all over his back bumper.
I think he ran his stuff a little hard there. He might have to let it cool down before he makes another run at it.
So right along the back bumper here, Tias Swank. And don't forget, Tias got a little piece of that last wreck there, too. Look at the run that Joe Wright gets here. Taking it to the inside. When we cross the line here, we're going to have just 15 laps to go. And Garrett Kinder had to go to the back on this restart. He did speed in the pits. That's why he was running up front earlier, and now he's towards the back. That is why.
Man, oh man, that's that tough break for Garrett, man.
Yeah, we got a great little battle side by side here for second place. Joe's going to get it here. Now Joe's going to set his sights on Jamie Berkus. And Zach Wettstein up into the 4th position. But I don't know if he's going to have enough time to catch these guys up front. As right now, Jamie Berkus has quite the lead. He's got almost a 0.8 second lead here.
Yeah, we got 14 to go now. It's crunch time, boys.
A little further back in the pack, we see this little gaggle of cars right here. There's your 22 of Kernan Church. Trying to get back up through the field, and behind him you see James McClendon trying to take 3 wide here. Back up front we see Jamie Berkus. So as I was just mentioning, these guys do have some money on the line here. First place is going to win $130 plus a Thin Blue Line USA Care Package. Second place, $75. Third place, $50. Fourth place, $25. Fifth place, $20. And then the first car a lap down is also going to receive a $20 bonus.
Oh, now you say something about the money.
Yeah,
Man, oh man, I really should have made it in that race.
$15 to the pole winner. $22 to the leader on lap 22 in recognition of Mission 22 and veteran suicide. $25 to the leader on lap 45 in memory of Ray Cobb. $25 to the leader at halfway. There'll be a $25 Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award, a $25 Hard Luck Award. And
we're going to get to re-rack them.
Yeah, we are. Yellow is out. I think I see Yep, I already got it dialed up. What happened here? Looks like Kernan Church had a little bit of an issue here, getting into the side of the 47, and man, whoa! And then William Griffith gets caught up in that as well, and that's what brought out our yellow flag here. You know who's really loving to see this right now? Joe Wright.
Garrett Kinder. Well, that too. I'm sure Garrett Kinder likes to re-rack that back also.
Also, speaking of money, Jesse Nekula just announced that he will be donating $25 to a random driver to somebody who finishes from 6th to last. So we can, we'll let you know who the random is.
All this money going around, man. I really should have tried harder last night to get into this thing. Man.
Also, don't forget there's going to be the Mr. Irrelevant Award.
That's right.
And $25 to the top finishing military service member. So our sponsors tonight, we're just going to go over them again. We have Thin Blue Line USA, Magic Mike Motorsports, Phil the Hitman Manzo, Jamcock Racing, Reaper Racing, Five Kings Motorsports, William Griffith, Charles Stevens, Chuck Feltz, Michael Swink, Kyle Roberts, Charlie Elmore, Josh Lokovitz, Davy Jones, and Flexible Freight. So we will definitely make sure to acknowledge everybody in the in our link below in our description of the race as well. We'll make sure we get all that in there for you.
First car on pit road be Joe Wright in the 82.
Man, Joe to the pit.
He took 4 freshies, boys. Watch out.
So yeah, Jamie's gonna keep the lead. Josh Oswald stays out. Cliff Riss, Charles Stevens, William Griffith, Chuck Pegleg Feltz, James McClendon, and Joe comes out at pit road on in eighth.
Only lost 6 spots. That's not bad.
Not
And he's
at
got
all.
4 freshies to get this thing done.
Throw that back up on the screen for you guys here. And I do apologize to everybody out there. I don't have all my graphics up today. Just before the race started, I had a little technical issue, so I did lose all my graphics. So I was able to get the ones up there I could quickly.
It was all scrambling around today.
It's just one of those days.
That's all right. It happens.
The
But we're here, man. We're witnessing some great racing, and
we are for sure.
it's about to. The intensity is about to ramp up a little bit more.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I have a 1-year-old daughter. She just turned 1, and this was our first adventure with time changes. Oh, speeding in the pits for
Oh.
Alex Veith.
Oh,
So
goodness.
he's gonna have to drop in. Yeah, this is my first adventure with the time change, and
Okay.
yeah, it completely messed up her schedule today. So, which completely messed up my schedule today.
Yeah, wait till it falls back.
That's why I ate lunch at 4:30 today. As the pace
Yeah.
truck pulls off on the pit road, Jamie Berkus leads him back to the restart zone. Oh, now the pace truck turns on the pit road. I apologize. I was a little early there, a little premature.
It happens.
Green flag in the air. Jamie Berkus with a great jump here. We're gonna have just 8 laps to the side this thing. As Clint Race right there tucking in behind, and Josh Oswald. Jamie just got a great jump there. He's pulling away.
I think he was coordinated with the pace truck driver. Driver said, "I'm turning left." He said, "Gone."
That's what it looked like. As you see him all fanning out back here, 3 and 4 wide. As we see a little further back here, the gaggle of cars here. Oh, a little contact. Joe Wright has to make a really evasive move all the way down to the apron. Man, what a move. What a great job, everybody there, staying out of trouble, not bringing out a yellow. As they're back to 3 and 4 wide, Garrett Kinder and the fish there. Joe's going to make it 3 wide in a really, really tight spot. They're 4 and 5 wide coming down the backstretch. Man, that's incredible racing right there.
Yeah, Joe, heck of a run with those fresh tires, man. He's like, "I will not be stopped. Get out of my way." Reckon.
Yep, I heard it. No yellow. Yellow is out now.
Kind of help these guys up here that didn't get that great of a start. Bunch him back up, and we'll try it again. Man, I swear you picked that Wreckage Rewind because of me. You done that on purpose. Everybody knows you watch the iOS. I love getting stuck in the wall.
It was
Same
just a,
thing, just a little higher.
it was just one of the ones I just grabbed. So we're gonna take a
So
look
that's
here.
it's
Tyler Rice here gets a little nudge here from Jim McClendon as they come off the corner, and that's what sets this whole thing off. He goes for that long slide. And it looks like he's pretty much got it saved here. And then he overcorrects it, comes back down across the track, and looks like everybody avoids him. Oh, maybe not. That looked like a little extra here. The 47, Joshua Smith, gets turned around, just trying to check up for the wreck, but he's able to hold on to it. No harm, no
that was good.
foul. Yeah, great
I
job
don't know
saving
about
that.
no harm, no foul, but he did save it, so I guess that's good.
Kept it off the wall. That's the important part.
Absolutely.
So we're going to have, looks like we might have a green-white checker attempt right here. So we got 5 to go. Right now, the lights are still on the pace truck. So I imagine we're going to have a little shootout here for the finish. Can Jamie Berkus hold it off? Or does Clint or Josh or even Zach sitting back and forth have anything for him?
Yeah, I think Zach, man, he might have something for him if he can. If it depends, man. If he gets a heck of a start, like he did last time, it's definitely going to be Barkus's race right there. Because man, he left everybody sleeping that last time.
Or any of these guys that got fresh tires. I mean, we saw the moves that Joe Wright was able to make there with those 4 freshies. And that was pretty impressive, some of the moves he was able to make. So we'll have to
Yeah,
see what goes on here as the lights on the pace truck car are off. So when we come around, we're going to have just 3 laps to go. So we're going
an
to have
unofficial green white.
it's going to be a green-white checker.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that Tennessee math?
It's been a long day. When you wrote me and said, "Are you around?" I didn't know. I would be in the booth with you 10 minutes later.
Well, I
But I'm
appreciate you.
glad I am. I'm
Yeah,
glad I am.
absolutely. Hey, you got to see a heck of a race here tonight.
Always, man. These guys always put on a great show.
You see that sponsorship on the side of the 69 there, Tracks for Vets. Love seeing all the military and first responders support that these guys give. Pace truck.
Buckle in belts. We
Yep.
about to go.
Pull those belts tight one last time. Pace truck takes a hard
Hopefully
left
last
turn.
time.
Green flag is in the air, and yeah, there goes Jamie Berkus with another great jump there.
He got a great jump, but man, he didn't leave everybody sleeping like last time.
No, he didn't. They're already trying to be 3 wide here. It's Josh Oswald trying to make that bottom line work around Zach Wettstein and Clint here. And he's going to make that bottom lane work, it looks like. Here comes Tia Swank trying to give him a little shove here as he's going to slide back up behind Zach. And now Zach's going to try to rock it here. Zach takes him 3 wide. Zach Wettstein to the lead. Now here comes Jamie now with a good battle back on the outside. You were talking about that run the outside gets. Almost a photo finish.
Awesome.
Yellow is out. So it looks like you are going to get your wish of the green-white checker here.
It's our first attempt out of 2. So we only get 2 tries at this tonight, fellas. Let's make them count. Hopefully we only need 1.
Looks like Josh Smith here. Oh, just gets loose by himself in front of Matt Geis, and Matt kind of finishes him off here as Matt had nowheres to go. And man, tough night for Matt getting involved in another one that just was not his fault. And we see Matt now slide back across the track and right into front of the 30 who makes some hard contact. Tough break for Michael Swink there too. So we'll re-rack him and do it again, but now Zach Wettstein gonna restart on the outside here. You know, I can't remember if these guys use a choose rule or not. But
No, they don't.
They don't.
They do not.
Because I was gonna say if I was Jamie Berkus, I would pick the outside here. But
yeah, I was definitely leading one of these races one time in the original Rebels, and I kind of felt stupid for even asking, but I was like, yeah, bro, do we have choice? They're like, no, we're looking into it. And I was like, oh. I can't remember where it was at, though. I think it was Bristol.
You know, another thing I would love to see iRacing bring here is the choose cone. I know it's not really a cone. It's a choose painting on the track. But being able to choose whether you go on the inside or outside to start, I mean, that's a real strategic thing that you can do. And you saw it a lot during the Cup race and even the Xfinity race yesterday, where there was guys who were in the middle of the pack who decided that they wanted to restart on the outside, and there was, I think, one car that gained like 6 or 7 positions because everybody chose the high side, and he's like, okay, I'll just take the inside here. So
yeah.
Another thing I would love to see, but I know it'd be way too much work and way too hard to do. But if you've ever been to a dirt track, I'd love to see them have the cone, the restart cone. Everybody has to stay on the outside of that cone until they pass it. Then they drag it back to the inside.
That would be interesting.
That way nobody can get that big jump on the outside. Everybody has to stay single file for the restart to clean things up. Hey, iOS should look into that.
Yeah. About that.
And I apologize. It looks like we lost our ticker here. Give me a second as I see if I can pull this right back up.
See, even the ticker didn't like that idea. He's like, yep, I'm out.
I'm not really sure why the ticker is not working. Oh, there we go. And then everything pops up. Technology. So the lights on the pace truck are off. 37 is down on power. I just got a report, so that'll change things a little bit here too. Pace car pulls off. Jamie hits the green flag, the gas pedal, green flag in the air. Zach Wettstein trying to make that move to the inside here, trying to get a run. So we have just 2 laps to go here. What's Zach got for Jamie as he's now to the inside of Jamie? Big run down the backstretch here. We see Joe Wright trying to make the inside of Tia Swank here, and here's Clint Reese with a great run as well, but Zach to the bottom. And he's going to take the lead with a little slide job here, but a crossover from Jamie Berkus trying to get back to the inside. Jamie would actually lead this lap if it was the end here. Here comes Clint Reese on the outside. Trying to make it 3 wide into turn 1, but here comes Zach. Oh, Clint gets way up into the wall. It's going to kill his momentum here, as they are still side by side for the lead. And, man, Zach and Jamie door to door through the bumps down the backstretch. Clint Reese trying to play spoiler here as he's right on the back bumper. Here comes Joe Wright and Tia Swank as they come off of turn number 4. Who's it going to be? Zach Wettstein to the apron. Zach is going to win the All-Star race by a nose over Jamie Berkus. Man, Clint Reese comes in 3rd. Joe Wright makes up the 4th. Tia Swank, your 5th place finisher tonight. What an incredible race here, man. I mean, I knew that green and white checker was going to be exciting, but I didn't think it was going to be that exciting. Holy cow. As we hear the fireworks in the air. And your winner tonight, Zach Wettstein. Zach Wettstein. Stein. So he's going to burn it down up here on the front. Man, what a finish. And it wasn't by what much, man. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that was close, man. That was. We got some voting we need to do, don't we?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second between each other. And looks like Jesse Necula's random finisher tonight is going to be the 75 of Chuck Pegleg Feltz.
Congratulations to him.
Congratulations for that $25 there. So let's real quick, what we're going to do is we're going to throw up our promo video for just a moment so we can talk about a few things, and we'll be right back with your interviews. And we are back. So let's pull in our 3rd place finisher here. It's going to be Clint Reese. Clint, you got Josh and Eddie in the booth. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you guys?
I'm doing great, man. Great job coming in 3rd place tonight. A great battle there at the end between you. I know you got on the wall there at the end there, kind of killed your momentum. Did you have anything for Zach tonight?
Didn't I think he was on pressure tires? Me or Jamie, we wouldn't have probably been able to do anything with him.
Yeah, man, I thought you totally messed up there whenever you caught the wall, and ended up going into the pits. But I mean, I think he caught a break there. Coming off 4, he was able to say, well, you know what? I've already lost this much time, and shoot down the pits, and it was able to cycle back through, and that was a pretty good call on your part, man.
Yeah, it worked out. There was a caution after that. I wouldn't have had enough fuel had there not been that caution. So turned out pretty good.
Man, anybody you'd like to thank tonight for the third place finish?
Yeah, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Thin Blue Line USA, and also I'd like to thank the league for putting this together. This stuff's fun. I appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the third place finish, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, guys.
All right, then we got our second place finish here, Jamie Berkus. Jamie, you got Josh and Eddie in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Man, that was a great job. I'm sure you were white knuckling it there at the end as you and Zach were battling side by side so hard. If the race ended one lap earlier, you would have won it. Did you have anything for Zach there? Did you just run out of time?
He had the tires. We had pitted, gosh, I don't know, probably about 25 laps before the finish, hoping it was just going to go green the rest of the way. So he had me on tires. I got that run on him coming off of 4, coming to the white flag, and I was like, oh my gosh, I might still have a chance here. But hey, it was a great job by him. I mean, he kept it clean. Definitely, it could have gone sideways quite a few times there at the end. But that was, I'm a sore loser. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I am not upset about being second right now. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was an awesome race, man. Congratulations on your second.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, anybody you'd like to thank tonight for the finish?
Oh gosh, yeah. Gotta thank Thin Blue Line USA for helping put this on tonight. This was a blast. I mean, I don't drive trucks, so I had to learn to do this on the fly. This was great, and of course, got to thank our sponsors for Jam Kook Racing, G2G Trailers, Travis Lee Creative, Tracks for Vets. So, man, I can't wait to go back and watch you guys on the broadcast after this is over.
Yeah, what league or series do you normally run with these guys?
I'm on the Friday Night Xfinity League with me and my teammate Pat, who unfortunately had a power outage about 2 hours before the race started tonight, and he got power back right as we were getting ready to grid, but he didn't get internet, so he was able to hop in a few laps into it and spot for me the rest of the way tonight. So that was a huge help having him there.
Gotcha. I run Friday nights with you guys as well. I just haven't been up front well enough to see all the names. So, and then this past Friday, my internet went out about 30 minutes before the race started. So.
Oh, yeah, man. That's I guess it's no different than blown engines and other failures you have in real life racing. So,
Absolutely.
But it's definitely frustrating.
Absolutely, but we'll get it next week. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
All
Appreciate
right, Jamie,
you guys.
Again, congratulations on the runner-up finish, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. See, Josh, you quit sending me invites on Friday nights, so I keep forgetting about that.
And
I think it's a strategy.
I saw Zach in the waiting room, but he ran away for a moment, so not really sure where he ran off to. Oh, there he is. There's Zach.
I was watching the broadcast and I heard you say you didn't want to, so I thought I'd just jump in here.
So Zach, you got Zach and you got Josh and Eddie in the booth. Man, congratulations on the win. That was a hell of a drive there at the end. Was it the new tires that really let you drive through the field there and hold them off?
Oh, absolutely. I there on lap 80, I didn't take tires and saved my last set in hopes that we would get that caution, and thankfully we did. But Berkus did not make it easy on me.
No, Berkus was all over your. As I said to him, if the race ended a lap earlier, he would have won it. Unfortunately, he just ran out of time there, and you were able to get that great run off of 2 and drag race him down the backstretch for the win.
My biggest thing I was afraid of was when he did take that, because out of turn 4, me and him talked about it when we were in the waiting room. Out of turn 4, coming to the white flag, I got really tight off the bottom and almost lost second to Clint Reese, but thankfully I kept it. But I was just afraid of a caution coming out after we took the white flag, because then obviously we couldn't have raced for it. And thankfully it didn't. Obviously, he probably wished it did, but I had a lot of fun racing to the end there.
Man, it was a great race from start to finish for everybody, and for you as well. Anybody you'd like to thank? I know you got a couple people you'd like to thank.
A good amount, so you might have to buckle in your seatbelt. I
I'm
won't
strapped in, brother.
usually do this, but I'm gonna do it for all the sponsors. Once I find the graphic, I lost the graphic. I apologize, gentlemen. I mean, I'm
Just
just gonna
gives us
say
time to brace
Thin
ourselves.
Blue Line USA sponsors Magic Mike Motorsports as well. Reaper Racing, Five Kings Motorsports, and there's a bunch of Flexible Friday. There's a bunch of single names that donated money to not only the winner, second, third, but just I mean there was a variety of things. You guys probably pointed out lap 22, 45. So all the people, and they know who they are, that donated their own money to give to people who earned it. And yeah, so Thin Blue Line, Magic Motorsports, mostly though.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations as continuing to dominate our Sunday night broadcast. Uh, and I'm sure
Man, sorry, I appreciate it. I didn't think I could pull it off here tonight, but I think the new tires saved me.
Yeah, I know we heard a lot of reports of during that long green flag run that the tires were just going away. The bumps were really playing havoc on the trucks, and people were having a lot of troubles. They were crying for new tires. So amazing that you guys were able to hold off and hang on there and have that fresh set at the end.
Oh yeah, I was screaming for tires with I think it was 14 to go. I was like, man, can we get a caution? And unfortunately, my teammate was the caution. I said, man, that sucks for you, but I was also very happy selfishly.
This wasn't a Michael Waltrip racing type thing, was it?
Absolutely. You can check the replay. Was not coordinated one bit.
All right, Zach. Well, congratulations again. You got yourself a nice little goodie bag coming too from the Thin Blue Line USA, which is pretty cool. And I'm sure next week we'll be talking to you again in the top 3.
I hope so, man. Oh, and I forgot. Thank y'all for broadcasting. Appreciate it. So y'all have a good night.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate you.
Congratulations, man.
So, Eddie, we're going to go ahead and announce our Mr. Irrelevant tonight. And that's going to go to somebody I don't think we mentioned once this entire race. And that's Magic Mike Uribe.
Heck yeah, man.
He's always a good guy, good sponsor, helps out a lot. But, yeah, I don't think we mentioned his name at all tonight. So that would be your winner of the Mr. Irrelevant Award, finishing in 24th tonight, couple laps down, but man, great guy
Solid
overall.
race.
Yeah, great guy overall, and yeah, we'll look forward to running with him on Friday and see what he does next week as well. So next week, we will be moving on to, as I don't have as usual, all my graphics disappeared, which I do apologize for, everybody.
I was gonna say you and Zach were drinking out of the same well then,
I think so.
because his graphics were gone. Unless y'all's graphics just decided to have a party without you.
That's what it seems like. So we're gonna be moving on next week to. I feel like an idiot right now. There we go. Schedule. Next week we will be moving on to Kentucky for the Big Fish Motorsports 150. It's going to be a night race at Kentucky, and that's going to be a great race. And then we'll move on to Chicagoland for the Truckers Against Trafficking, and then we'll have a bye week before we start some playoff races. So, again, thank you, everybody. Congratulations to Zach Wettstein for winning the All-Star race tonight. And on behalf of Eddie Morris and myself, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and check out our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts as well. And as Atman Weiss would say, over and out.